What do I get out of going to the gun range? What are the reasons that I go to the gun range? You look all across YouTube and you see people, the tactical people and the people that say you must join active shooting competitions instead of just shooting at paper, stationary paper. You won't really do anything by shooting that stationary paper. You're not advancing your gun skills. You know, I'll give a shout out to Hickok 45. People say, he's a crack shot. He's a great shot. But my question is this: what's the reason do we even go to the gun range? Think about that for a second. When you go to the gun range, you load your gun, you put up your target, throw it back a few yards, bang, bang, bang. Either you hit dead center or you don't. Problem is though, those targets aren't moving around. They aren't shooting back at you. I don't care if you are going to one of those events like front sight and all this other stuff. And the way I see it is this, man. You go to the gun range mainly to test your weapon. That's how I see it. I don't go to the gun range. Yeah, it's nice that my Glock or whatever gun I use hits dead center, but that's at the gun range. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't pertain to real life because chances are that person you're shooting at, only unless he's unaware that you're shooting at him and he can't see you or something. If you got a rifle and he can't see you, then it's like you're shooting at a paper target because he can't see you. But chances are you're engaging somebody. They see you, you see them. They're moving when they're ducking. They're moving. They're shooting lead back at you. So you think your accuracy is really going to be the same as if you're going to a gun range just to shoot at a standing target, or if you're going to a moving target range where everybody's saying you must do that. Because even at those, you're still shooting at still targets unless everybody dress up and put on paintball outfits and train like that. I don't see the benefit of. I don't see all of this mess about. You must go to those highly expensive shooting courses, or all of the big deal about being accurate at the gun range. I mean, seriously. I mean, to me, all it is to me is tuning in my gun, making sure my gun functions. That's the only real reason I go. I don't even go to the range really for accuracy. I just posted a video about I was shooting left-handed because I'm right-handed. I was shooting left-handed with my Glock 19 at 20 yards, and I was hitting all inside the circle. That's all well and good. Yeah, I was kind of good. Happy because I got a few flyers, but most was inside the target. And that's left-handed with no support. That was just one-handed with my left hand. But thing is, though, in real life, how many of those 15 rounds would have really actually hit somebody if they was engaging me? I mean, seriously. I'd probably say none. So that's why I said the only real reason that you go to the gun range is to make sure your gun is reliable, man. That's the only thing I could think of. I mean, everything else is out the door, man. All of this shooting your handgun and your rifle at 200 yards and hitting a steel target, or standing there hitting paper and you're hitting dead center. And does it really matter when the shit really goes down? It's not gonna really matter because when you in a real fight, you shooting. That's what I do too at the range. I try to do that, like put it in my mind. But you can't put it in your mind that you're in a gunfight because you're not in a gunfight. Your heart is not racing 100 miles a minute. Your adrenaline is not pumping. You're not scared, panicking. So I've been around shooting, so I can tell you right now, it ain't fun. Your heart is really racing. I don't know if any of you had a bullet fly past your head or like the whiz, like whizzing past you. That might be one of my next diaries coming up because I got a story about that. That was really. That's why I said God was with me most of my. I'm telling you, man. There was so many times when I should have been dead. I'm glad I'm still here. But when you're around someone shooting at each other, man, and just everything, you just got tunnel vision, man. Even if you're not the one shooting, you just trying to get out of there. That's like the first instinct. Even when you're shooting, you're just trying to get away, man. You're trying to get out of there. You don't want to get hit. It's just scary. It's scary, man. It is. It really is. It really is scary. So until you be in a situation, I doubt any of these people on these channels, these huge gun channels, have ever been in a shootout or ever had bullets shot at them, or even saw a shootout up close. I'm not saying none of them did, but I doubt any of them did. I have. So that's why when I go to the range, I don't really take it serious when I go to the gun range. I just go and shoot my gun, make sure it runs right, make sure it functions. Because in real world, if I gotta pull my Glock 30 or my M&P 40 or my Car P380 I'm gonna get, or my XD9 subcompact, any one of those, if I gotta pull any one of those, or the Car PM9, whatever, I'm aiming to hit. But then at the same time, if they're shooting back at you, you're throwing shots back. It's only to repel them. It's like you're not shooting to try to hit them, really. You're shooting to try to hit them, but mostly you just shooting to get away. It's hard to explain. I know many of you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you're shooting. You hope one of your bullets hit, but you're really shooting just so he can stop shooting, so he can get. You're shooting to keep him hunkered down so you can escape if you have an opportunity to escape. If you're backed into a corner where you can't, you have no choice but to shoot it out to hit him, to kill him. That's how I look at it, man. Nobody brings these things up, man. People are so stuck in this thing. They got to put all of this flashlights and all this stuff on their gun. Nothing wrong with a flashlight, but I think that's good for home defense, man. If you got a pistol, you throw a flashlight on it so you'll know where you're going in the hallway. If you got to observe shit, and make sure you don't hit one of your children if they're in their room. You just flash a light at them, to startle them. But other than that, nobody, everybody throws all of this technical shit on their guns, a whole bunch of. I don't want to really sit there and sound like I'm hating or I'm bashing somebody, but I'm just not with all of that, attaching all these bunch of flashlights and rails and all this shit on my gun. If it don't come with it, man, you probably won't see me put a rail on it unless I don't see nothing wrong with a quad rail. That's cool. I just like the way they look. I wouldn't put no lights on my AK-47 really. No red dot. I just won't do that. That's for ARs, man. But even I'm getting a little off topic. What I'm saying is, I don't put my all into the gun range. I put my all to when it's real life. If somebody's shooting at me. Think about it. Somebody shooting at you. How many of your shots gonna actually connect with him? If he's like 30 feet away from you and you 30 feet away from him, y'all both ducking behind cars and he's trying not to get hit, you trying not to get hit, but you connect with him because you catch him and you catch him in your sight radius, and then bomb, your bullets hit him and he's dropped. You're lucky because that's not how it goes. At the gun range, that's how it always is. You always hit center mass. And at those little moving competitions, you always hit the target. Yeah, it's good to know how to do that, but you can, like I said, all you got to do is, you can never be ready for it. I don't care who they are. You could be James Yeager, Masad Ayub. I get so sick and tired of all of this crap about, listening to all these people like they all tell all end all when it comes to gunfighting and all that. Listen. Chances are you in a gunfight, you're scared to death. You can train not to be scared, but naturally you're gonna be a little scared. Me personally, I probably would be scared, but I would be more angry. But you gotta learn how to control it. But like I said, when that day comes, you'll see how difficult all that really is, man. It's difficult. I'm telling you, man, a shot whizzing past your head. I mean, literally, like, if you get hit in the head with a bullet, you're not gonna realize you're dead because it's so fast. You ever heard of a skyrocket? When a skyrocket go up in the air, it sounds like a low pitched skyrocket, like I know you've seen videos with it, but I'm telling you, you gotta encounter that shit, man. I mean, that is scary as fuck. I was just thinking about that because I'm like, okay, the gun range, you go and shoot. All right, yeah, you hit the center mass. Yeah, oh, your aim is good. I don't mean your aim is good. Of course, your aim is gonna be good because the target ain't shooting back and the target ain't moving. So all of this mess on YouTube about who shoots great, crack shot, and all of that means dilly squat when that day comes when someone really engages you. Then you'll see how much of a crack shot you really are. All of us are crack shots at the gun range, man. The real testament comes when somebody pull your cards. I'm out.